Hey there, Shankar, everybody. Hope you guys are doing good. This video, we're going to be talking about coding, the future, and how to improve your life. Without any further ado, let's get this video started. So, first thing first, what is coding? Coding is pretty much the art of using a language like JavaScript, Python, a software language, uh, and using that language to put together a system or a software, so then you can use that to make your life easier. Majority of the things on your phone, on your laptop, on your computer, on your TV, whatever you think about are software, and it's made from coding. Okay, and we've advanced so far in coding where there's such complex languages now that you can use to make your life a lot easier or make your life you know a lot more easy, and choose to make a lot more money. That's where the whole AI tools are coming in. That's where you see the whole chat GBT thing and how you can make money from it. That's a whole different video which I'll make, how you can make money from AI systems. I'm also currently learning and studying it, but going back to code. Now, what you can do with code is, first thing is that you can learn code, see what actions you're doing repetitively on computers. You can code it into a system where that action could be done on its own. So you don't have to do it anymore. So the concept of decision making for that, and the decision drain that you get will stop. Your time will be saved, and the headache will be saved. So and you can pretty much make an alternative view for this through a software. So then that software pretty much does half of the work for you. I know, when I was initially, I got to taste this when I was working on Excel, and I learned macros, and I was like, wow, I was shook. I was like, this is the most amazing thing on this planet. So for example, I would take there's like, let's just say there's 100 charts, or there's 100 data tabs, and you take a certain data from each tab, and you have to put it somewhere, then do a small formula, figure it out, then copy and paste it to somewhere else. Imagine coding the whole thing for all of the 100 tabs automatically on a weekly basis, and it runs on its own. And then you get a final page, which is like a dashboard, and you're like, wow, this is amazing. And we were able to create something like that, and that's when I realized, okay, I can use coding to make my own life easier. So this is one thing like this, okay? This is one thing. But the second reason why I'm saying coding, and why it's very important for the future, is because majority of your work that is being done by human, sales, HR, and project management, analysts, copywriting, a lot of these works, a lot of these jobs that you're focusing on, working on the laptop, taking data points and recreating something, is going to be taken over by AI, and it's going to be taken over by a software which is made by code. But guess who's not going to be taken away? A coder. And I mean, a coder will too, to a certain point. But if a new type of development needs to be created, a coder will be required to create that new type of development. 1 second, just for everybody, for the channel. You gotta like, come on, you gotta share, you gotta subscribe. You've been watching these videos, you gotta do all this stuff. I'm teaching you how to make that mashallah money. Inshallah, you make that mashallah money. But even AI can make that code, but however, it won't be 100% accurate. So learn the skill sets of coding, because it's gonna help you in the future. Let's just say you have a son right now who's 12 years old, 10 years old, 11 years old. I'd highly recommend to start teaching your kid at from the age of 8, 9, 10, 11 coding. So as they progress to being 19, 20-year-old, they understand coding in its full sense. Like the way we speak English, they'll be able to write codes which are going to be full of software which they can use to make their life easier, but also use to create newer softwares which can be sold as a solution. Right now, the biggest businesses in the world are the biggest businesses because of the software behind it. We talked about Amazon, but you don't know that Amazon's backend, which really makes the money, which is AWS, which is 60% of Amazon's revenue, by the way, um, is heavily on software and also hardware. And multiple businesses like this, like when you talk about Google, that's majority of it is software, but then a little bit is also backend, is hardware, but majority of the work is very software oriented, which is very code based oriented. And this is why you'll also see, I'll link something in the description below in regards to this. Facebook recently started pushing their managers and other employees to start learning coding, because for them that's the requirement. And you can see that this is happening across the industries. If you're not a technical individual, if you're not a coder, if you're not coding, or if you're not doing software development of some sort, you're being pushed out of these organizations because they don't need you anymore. Multiple roles which are not technical oriented are being taken over by AI. I know someone personally who worked on a project for a big bank, and what he was doing was he was coding a role, an entire job of someone into the computer. And what happened was when they launched this, this software for their company, it ended up resulting in about 500 people being laid off, because that code itself could do the job of those 500 people. And this is happening on a daily basis. So watch out, take coding seriously, because it can benefit yourself, but it can also help you secure a very good job in the future. The last point is, it is one of the core needs for any startup that's in the technical side. And majority of the startups which are successful or making a lot of money are tech startups. And that's why you'll see tech startups usually get 10x valuation, even if their revenue is, like, let's say if their revenue is $100, their valuation will already be at $1,000. And this is very normal in the tech industry when it comes to how do you evaluate tech businesses and stuff like that. And nobody else no other industry and no other businesses and startups get that privilege. So you can benefit yourself in three different ways heavily by learning coding and becoming a software oriented individual. Hope you guys like this video. Myself, I'm going to be trying to learn a little bit more about coding and becoming more into a software developing type of person, hopefully in upcoming few years, inshallah. Wallah alam. Hope you guys like this video. Share, like, subscribe. Take care of yourself. Assalamu alaikum. Subscribe, like, share, hit that bell icon for notifications. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram for more content. I'll be uploading more stuff in all of these social media websites. Thanks. Take care. Salam.